A minor leaguer is assigned temporarily to a new role.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight it's the first of three to start the new week between the Binghamton Rumble Ponies and the Portland Sea Dogs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Cam Jones, a left-handed Missouri native, is the starter in this one. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, last game he pitched 6 full innings. He looked like he had good stuff. He didn't get a decision, but he gave his team a chance to be in the ball game. I look for a similar performance in this game.
Digging in the switch hitter, Zane Justice. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Justice.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. And that misses 1-1.
This is one of those, I have a lot of respect for you at bats right here. He hasn't thrown a fastball yet. Right there, a little backdoor curveball that just missed. He's really pitching careful.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And he comes back with a pitch right down the middle for strike 2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Huffman moving in. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Digging in now, Andre Epperson comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good.
Epperson.
Hit out towards second. To his right. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Now in the box, Tim Wells.
First baseman, Tim Wells.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Ready for another chance. Zane Justice. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Zane Justice.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 0-1 pitch on its way. A bullet to first base. Ready once again, Manuel Cedeno. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Manuel Cedeno.
And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter. Striding in once again, Zane Justice. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Zane Justice.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get foul. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when
and a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Well, he tried to put him away on 2 pitches low in the zone, and he just wasn't biting. Nice job of hitting.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Runner's on his way to third. Fly ball out toward left center field. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. The relay throw, and he is in there with an RBI triple.
Man, the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded, but the guy standing on third had other ideas, driving in the first run of the game.
The batter, number 11.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. He lays off, and that's outside. Ball 4. They're at the corners now here with 2 away. Now to the plate, Ty Kelly.
batting,
We'll see if he can
the
come
center
through in a
fielder,
clutch spot here.
Ty
2 on, 2
Kelly.
out here in inning number 6. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Digging in and looking for
The
more,
batter, number 9,
Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Marrero over to his left, and a leap over at first, but he comes down with his foot on the bag to record the out. And that'll bring up Devin Marrero as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. On the ground. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 9th inning coming up. Digging in to try it again, Andre Epperson. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. On the ground up the middle. Step back to first, a double play, and with that, the ball game is over.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched 1-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Binghamton Rumble Ponies. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For the Sea Dogs, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the second of 3. Digging in, Zane Justice. He comes in with a 6-game hitting streak to his credit, so he'll look to keep that rolling in this one. This is pulled into right. In there, a base hit.
That's the 7th game he's hit in. Look out, 7 games. That's 1 week of feeling pretty good. Let's see how long he can make this last.
Now at the plate, Mike McDonald. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the 3rd out. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Stepping in, Frank Reese. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Grounded down the third baseline. There's one. On to first, and they get them both. For second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay.
He doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safe.
So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Digging in once again, Zane Justice. 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And no advance. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. A line shot to third base. Stepping into the box, Zane Justice. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. Here's the first pitch to him. Slapped hard the opposite way. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Boy, this one looked like it.
And that'll bring up Devin Marrero, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Throw to first is in time, and the rally comes up just short as this ball game is over.
Well, there might be a few chewed up fingernails on both sides, but this one ends with the tying run on third and the winning run stranded at first. Great game right down to the end.
Our final line score. First for the victorious.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your at the plate. Zane Justice. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. First pitch of the at-bat. Runner goes for second. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors. Now at the plate, Zane Justice. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Not a good at bat from him so far. He's got the bases loaded out there, but he's been way too aggressive, chasing the first 2 pitches way out of the zone. He should be sitting pretty right now instead of being down 0-2 in the count.
And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. 2 runs have scored. And the runner scores all the way from first as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
Well, guys, there's an old saying about playing with matches. Certainly put himself in a tough spot with the bases loaded there.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not only playing with matches, he's lighting fires. Lack of control, serving up base hits, and just grooving one here. Really looks out of sorts right now.
Boy, not close again. His third walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4. Digging in, Killian Henderson. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning, Matt. A hit here could really fire up that dugout.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
The right fielder, number 3.
Ready now, Brad Schaffer. 0 for 1 here in the early going. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Howry is there for it. And that retires the side. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the... At the plate, Manuel Cedeno.
The left fielder, number 9. Manuel Cedeno.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Justice. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On now to the top of inning number 4. And the Sea Dogs lead this one 4-3. Stepping in, Zane Justice. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Brixey is after it. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. Into the box now, Zane Justice. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard towards second. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Well, that 2 RBI base hit is some big runs right there. In the middle innings, those are critical because now, as you move forward, you get to the best part of your bullpen as you set it up to shut the game down. Maybe they'll add more runs, but if not, you're set up pretty good.
Striding in, Mike McDonald. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. And he'll step off. The 0-1 pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll be thrown out at first. So that didn't go quite according to plan. And with it, the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Now batting, Zane Justice.
Batter,
he comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats.
Justice.
Swing and a liner, but foul. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Has a look, now the pitch. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2.
This is a big spot right here. 2 runners on, you got a 0-2 count, you waste one. Now you make it work. Throw one in the dirt, throw one high, make him chase it, and you got a chance to strand those runners on base.
A fastball that just misses inside. Two down, runners at first and second. Hit hard up the middle. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits. Stepping into the box, Ken Howry. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring greater.
One there, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We've played 8 full, and Binghamton is out in front, 6-4.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, it's never easy to win games on the road, so they are very happy with this win.
Our final line score. First for
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Manuel Castro, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he's been really good. He's got 2 wins in the last 3 starts. His team's had an opportunity to be in the game deep and late, and he's walked away, like I said, with 2 wins. So let's see if he's able to get 3 wins in 4 starts after this outing.
Digging in the switch hitter, Zane Justice. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Harold, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field here tonight in the bottom of the first. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done him any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Well, Matt, we're really looking at a club that's been struggling. They're coming off a losing record on the homestand, and this is the first game on the road. We're really going to see what this team's made of starting on this trip.
0-2, here it comes. And he misses there, 1-2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Liner toward right center, and that's in there, base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Well, that base hit right there extends his streak to 9 games. Now, we've been watching him. That's a couple series now. He's starting to swing the bat. You got to start paying attention to this guy. He's getting hot.
Mike McDonald.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Into the gap in left center. This is down, and it'll head for the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. They'll extend their lead here as the runner scores from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Not the way you want to start the game as the pitcher. He dug his own grave a little bit, loading the bases there, and he had no chance but to throw.
Striding in once again, Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Vick. And that retires the side. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able. Ready once again, Zane Justice. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
Now a bunt attempt here. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out. Now that's stepping in and ready for another shot. Andreas Zepeda. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and a breaking ball's bounced out toward. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in once again, Ruben Glover. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
That ball is above the zone. He got his hands on top of it, the old tomahawk, and got a base hit out of it.
Now at the plate, Zane Justice. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. And it's now 6-3.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher, giving up a home run.
Digging in to try it again, Roger Fernandez. 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far. On the ground to second base. He'll throw home with it, and they finally get an out here as he's forced at the plate. Relay to first is too late, so no double play, but no run scores. Digging in and looking for more, Zane Justice. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led. The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. In now, Jacob Rayner. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through for a hit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Here's another look at it right here as he drives it right between the 2 outfielders, heading towards the right center field wall. He was flying out of the box, so I think he was thinking triple all the way. By the time they get it back in, he's safely into third.
Line to the right side. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Zane Justice. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. The HR visitors here as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, it's always nice to win.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A 3-run shot down the line in left, number 11 for him on the season, as they take the lead 4-1.
Hey, there are certain guys in every lineup that you do not want to beat you. And this guy right now is swinging the bat so well, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. He's too hot right now.
Stepping into the box, Zane Justice.
Number 9, second baseman, Zane Justice.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Mike McDonald. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Ready for another shot now. Manny Casilla. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Casilla.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Irizarry on the move, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 4-4. Ready for another chance. Joaquin Costa. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. The 0-2 home. Now a ball rolled softly to second. Barehanded at his knees. He's out. So they load the bases on just one hit, but 3 men are left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 4-4. Digging in now, Zane Justice. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled toward right center field. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his 2nd double of the ball game. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. And he will score as well. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. And they will tag him out. Now at the plate, Jacob Rayner. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. Ground ball sent back up the middle to his right. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. So stepping in, Jamison Camacho. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Camacho.
Right side. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
I know it's getting late in the game, but that is a big leadoff hit. Maybe now that...
Digging in, Jody Getz. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Zane Justice will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit down the line at first. Oh, look at the dive. What a way to get it out. 2 gone now. That was exceptional. Now at the plate, Joaquin Costa.
Now batting, third baseman, Joaquin Costa.
Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Ready now, Manny Casilla. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game.
Casilla.
On the ground up the middle. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Jamison Camacho. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ball game. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw gets him 2 down.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in their face and salt this game away for his guys.
Our final one.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Digging in, Jacob Rayner. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Hit out towards second. Over to first, and it's a brisk start here this afternoon. Quickly 2 away. Stepping up now, Zane Justice. He also had 3 hits in the win last night. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Harold, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, last game they just didn't play well. They gave up a lot of runs, really sloppy. So when you play that sloppy, you're not going to win games.
And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Throws it on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. We've played an inning. No score here on the show. So striding in, Jamison Camacho. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. On the ground, softly towards second. To his left, Justice. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the home team. We're looking at one of the best defensive teams in the league. They're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. Not many balls get through here. You're going to have to earn it if you want to beat these guys.
Stepping up to the plate, Greg Acosta. No score here as we play inning number 2. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Now at the plate, Zane Justice. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Justice.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. He pulls this one into right. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
Well, he picks up a hit now in 11 straight games. Swinging the bat pretty good.
The batter,
I love the adjustments
11.
he's made along the way through this whole streak.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in. Nobody out, runner on first. Runners on the move for second, and he won't have to contend with the throw as that misses for ball 4. First and second now to start the inning.
Now batting.
And that'll bring in Ty Kelly as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now to the plate, Patrick Deal. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Deal.
Hit out towards second. Knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what. So coming to the plate, Zane Justice. A hit in 2 tries so far. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
A 1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's flared out toward left. Zepeda coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Striding into the box, Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Camacho is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. Standing in, Manny Casilla.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Manny Casilla.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is through into right field for a single. So the 2-out base hit on the top of the inning is still alive.
It's getting exciting right now. That single right there. Now we got the tying run on base and the go-ahead run coming to the plate. Mercy.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes into the box now. Zane Justice. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Zane Justice.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And he just ramps up and hears the fastball by him, 0-2.
If this second inning is any indication of what we're going to see, he's got this hitter 0-2. He really learned from his last outing when he lost. He is way more aggressive now, coming right after guys and throwing strikes.
Gonzalez moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Stepping into the box, Joaquin Costa comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors. So digging in now, Zane Justice. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Runner back safely. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners on first with 1 down. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
That can be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Flood is on his way home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. And he'll get there without a play. It's a stand-up triple.
That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seen the ball extremely well. There's no doubt about that. You can see here that the body is calm. He keeps his hand back, and he just explodes through the baseball, winding up at third with another RBI under his belt.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. So striding forward now, Killian Henderson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here it comes, 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits. No. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Zane Justice. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Skied into straightaway right. Gonzalez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Striding in, Joaquin Costa. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Third baseman, Joaquin Costa.
Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Justice has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is that they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine.
A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Altoona Curve and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Angel Aquino, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, last outing was not a good performance. He came out in the first inning. He struggled from the get-go. Didn't have command, didn't have good stuff. This is just a redo, a restart. It's an important start for him, but I think it's a restart for him as well.
Batting fourth, second
Digging in
baseman,
the switch hitter, Zane Justice. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They suffered a bit. Bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. And the run is in to score from third. Settling in now, Mike McDonald. He's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Third baseman, Mike McDonald.
Runners off for second. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, beautiful dive. It's in time.
That was a great defensive play there. You know, he's not the guy you'd necessarily expect to make a play like that. He's not known for his glove skills.
And that'll bring in Ty Kelly. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. A very big lead from second. Now the pitch. Hit out towards second. Ornelas right there. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Now in the box, Gil Garcia. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Gil Garcia.
And a jam shot here as this is sent towards second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. And these guys can really defend. All you got to do is look at the error column. They're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. They don't beat themselves very often. You're going to have to earn it to beat them.
Digging in to try it again, Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
One and two, here it comes. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Digging in once again, Zane Justice. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
That's a ball.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
3-0 now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Digging in and looking for more, Mike McDonald. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Pitch outside, the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
A runner at second, nobody out. Runner's on his way to third. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Not in time, as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
And to me, they just can't let guys get lead like that, especially knowing that the guy behind the plate isn't known for his arm. Here he swipes third, and they just kind of gave it to him.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Soft liner to the left side. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. And they'll slap the tag on him between third and home, and it's a costly double play. Ready for another chance?
Now
Johnny
batting.
Barreto.
Shortstop.
He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Barreto.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Oh, a diving stop. He goes to first and give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Striding in once again, Zane Justice. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Liner toward right center. Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases. And a second run is across. Now 3 runs are in. And it's a diving tag, and he hangs on for the out, and the inning is over. So they score 4 times on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Johnny Barreto.
Johnny Barreto.
Here it comes, 0-2. On the ground to second base. This could. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Ready now, Casey Ramirez, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. From the stretch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Here comes the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out. Ready once again, Jared Douglas. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Jared Douglas.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And this is going to be a foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
Our final line score.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Altoona Curve and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Manuel Castro will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Harold, what do you got?
Well, I love watching this guy pitch, and particularly when he's got runners in scoring position. He's a guy that gets better when he has runners on base. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he gets in a jam. What does he do to get out of these jams?
Into the box now. Johnny Barreto comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Barreto.
Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Digging in, Zane Justice. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Second baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second.
That's what you call going to the plate with a game plan. 0-0 count, looking for a fastball. He took it right back up the middle. Great execution.
Stepping in, Mike McDonald. He was 1 for 4 with a triple in the ball game last night.
Mike McDonald.
Here's the 0-2. Softly hit toward the hole. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the visitors. We're looking at one of the best defensive teams in the league. They're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. Not many balls get through here. You're going to have to earn it if you want to beat these guys.
Center fielder, Ty Kelly.
A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. This one's down to third. Throw on to first, 2 gone. But one's all they get as the run scores. Digging in for his second at-bat, Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Here comes the 0-1. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
He's been looking really good. Another hit, another multi-hit game. This hot streak has been really fun to watch him perform.
In now, Mike McDonald. He's 0
Now
for
batting,
1 thus far.
Third baseman, Mike McDonald.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw, but he gets back in time, safe at second base, and he'll be tagged. Into the box now, Zane Justice. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Now the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here it comes, 0-2. Now a bunt attempt here. Well, that kicks foul at the last moment. Ready for another shot now. David Spanos. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Spanos.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Justice is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. So striding forward now, Zane Justice. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Justice.
And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators.
You love this situation right here, Matt. Runner on second, no outs. You either get him over or you get him in. Worst case, get him over, and the next guy drives him in.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
One and two, here it comes. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Now batting, Johnny Barreto.
Shortstop, Johnny Barreto.
0-1, here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Scoop. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the ninth.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on. Now at the plate, Zane Justice. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down. HR, as we look at our visiting club as they take the field here in this scoreless ball game. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4. Chop foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So striding in, David Spanos. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
David Spanos.
Now a ball rolls softly to second. Justice. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. We're looking at one of the best defensive teams in the league. They're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. Not many balls get.
Striding into the box, Zane Justice. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is pulled into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
15-game hit streak. Man, is he hot. He's swinging the bat great, and now the nation knows it. A lot of people paying attention. Opposing pitchers knew, but now everybody's watching around the country.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Hit softly on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors. At the plate, Zane Justice. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. The relay throw, and he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
Man, that's got the sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
McDonald.
Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner back. Now a spin and another throw back to second. Runner back safely. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch misses low. The throw down right there, and he is out trying to take third. Coming to the plate now, Edgar Ornelas. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far.
Edgar Ornelas.
Hard. Beautiful diving stop. To first. Got him. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Zane Justice. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will as it heads to the corner. A fair ball. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Hard hit at third. And a reach with the backhand, but he comes up empty as that gets by him. But not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied.
I love the late inning at-bats when you come up clutch right there. Big hit to tie this game.
Stepping in, Herschel Joyner. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. The 0-1 hit back up the middle. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you.
Standing in, Zane Justice. 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far. Hard liner toward short. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. Didn't waste any time like the first pitch he saw to keep the inning going.
2 outs in the bottom of the inning right here. Now it looks like they're in a position to maybe win this game. He represents the winning run. Let's see if they can get him home.
McDonald.
Runner goes for second. Now a drive to right field. This could do it. Game over. Walk-off home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get to extra innings, you're looking to piece together a rally or scratch any runs you can across the plate. But he says, hey, to heck with that. I'm going to do it with one swing of the bat. So a walk-off home run ends this thing in extras. That was fun.
Our final line score.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Binghamton Rumble Ponies and the Bowie Bay Sox. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Caden Serrano, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he has really struggled his last 3 outings. His ERA totally inflated. It's over 5. When you look at that, that's too many runs he's given up. And he's just not giving his team a chance to even get out the gate and win the game.
To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit. No. Striding in once again, Zane Justice comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And he will run this one down. Moving to digging in once again, Nick Ellis. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. He's set. Here's the 3-2. On the ground to short. This could be for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. Ready for another chance. Zane Justice. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Justice.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here it comes. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
He's tough to get out anyway, but you put him on a streak like this, it seems like his concentration has gone to a whole nother level.
Number 11.
Digging in and looking for more, Killian Henderson. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag. Ready for another shot now. Kevin Yancey, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Yancey.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to third. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, Matt, that's his 6th game. He's got a base hit in now. You got to start a streak somewhere. I start paying attention about 6 games. He swings.
Digging in to try it again.
The batter,
Nick
number
Vogel.
15, designated hitter, Nick Vogel.
0-1 pitch on its way. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Kevin Yancey, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Hard hit ball to second. Justice gloves it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another
batter,
shot.
9,
Zane
second
Justice.
baseman, Zane Justice.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Line drive to left. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
He's been looking really good. Another hit, another multi-hit game. This hot streak has been really fun to watch him perform.
Into the box now, Killian Henderson. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned. Now that's a Gold Glove caliber play there.
Barehanded grabs might be one of the best looking plays in baseball. It not only takes tremendous body control and focus, but the fielder also needs to have a quick and accurate release to make an out. A highlight reel play there for sure.
Now batting, left fielder.
So stepping in, Ty Kelly, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Chopped weakly to the left. To his right, Blackwell. Throw on to first to be in time, but meanwhile the lead shrinks to 1 here on the RBI ground ball. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back.
Hey, a simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Standing in, Brad Schaffer. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys will. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Yeah, he does surrender 1 run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win.
7 runs
he was.
on 10 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Stingers, no runs, 6 hits with 1 error. They left 5 men on base.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Now batting, Zane Justice. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First offering on its way. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, when you hit a blast like that, that just shows you this kid might live up to the hype. I know he's only in Double-A ball, but with a swing like that, he's got a chance to be a big-time player in the show.
Stepping in, Kevin Yancey.
Now batting, second baseman, Kevin Yancey.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hard on the ground towards short, and that's through for a hit. Now a long throw to third. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
That's just a great baseball play. The pitcher executed his pitch, but the hitter was better.
Ready now, Zane Justice. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Justice.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Now the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Well, it's awful difficult, Matt, to hit when you find yourself down 0-2, but particularly when you haven't even swung the bat yet. Now you're in protect mode and you haven't taken 1 swing.
Hit out towards second. Yancey ranging up the middle. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. Ready once again, Zane Justice. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Justice.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. A laser that time, but it'll wind up with. Into the box, Desmond Pugh.
Right fielder, Desmond Pugh.
Right side, Justice is there. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. Digging in, Zane Justice. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Zane Justice.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Cruz onto the grass. 1 out.
Here now is our final line score. First for the victorious Bay Sox. 5 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. For Binghamton, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Now at the plate, Zane Justice. He went deep in the contest last night.
Justice.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. HR, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matt, they're showing us they can play in those close games. I mean, both games in this series, they've won by 1 run. I love that. I look at that and I say that's the quality of a team that knows how to win the tight one.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Nick Vogel. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games.
Vogel.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got to hurry. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And with that, here's a glance.
Well, for me in this game, it comes down to runners in scoring position. If you're able to pick up the runners in scoring position, clearly you're going to score runs, right? But there's many ways to do it. Just hit that ground ball up the middle when they're playing back with the runner on third, and before you know it, you've added on. Allowed your pitcher to pitch his.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd, and we are tied 0-0. Into the box now, Richard Rios, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
Richard Rios.
Sent on the ground out to second. Justice. There. On to first, and there were 2 down. Digging in for his second at bat, Nick Ellis. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Nick Ellis.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Now in the box, Zane Justice. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Zane Justice.
First offering on its way. In the dirt here. A runner at first with no outs here. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
In now, Mike McDonald. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Runners off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. But no throw, as he'll just stare him back. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a looper to left. Palacios on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out. The relay throw on to first, a double play. So no runs on one base hit, no errors. Settling in now. Zane Justice. Rain continues to fall here in the 6th. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Palacios moves over near the line as he puts it away. Striding into the box, Nick Vogel. And he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to make this a 2-1 game now. Looks like the pitching coach might want. So striding forward now, George Green. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got it. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, that's one of those unusual plays right there. Great hustle by the runner.
Now at the plate, Nick Vogel, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Ready to deliver the 1-2. On the ground up the middle, played on the backhand. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Stepping up now, Matthew Blackwell.
Now batting, shortstop, Matthew Blackwell.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit out towards second. Rain. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam.
Batter, number 9.
Standing in, Zane Justice. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing. 2 tough pitches. Looking at both of them, they're both the same pitch, it looks like, in the same location. He just wasn't ready for it. You got to be ready for anything now.
Hits are even at 7 apiece. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout. The throw pulls him off the bag. And forget about the double.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 38.
This young team is introduced to one of baseball's lowest feelings, ending a series with nothing to show in the win column. After a brief trial move, this prospect is being returned to his original role. For now, anyway. A coach is sent to offer guidance on training for a specific position.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
Center fielder, Zane Justice.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. That batting average up in the stratosphere here to begin play. A dozen home runs and 51 runs batted in. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Swan over to his left. He's got it one away. Josh Smoker will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Well, we watched a really solid starting performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight, the finale of this. Stepping in, Zane Justice.
Center fielder, Zane Justice.
Here's the first pitch to him. On the ground to the left side. And that is through into left field, a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
They didn't score a whole lot of runs yesterday, made some adjustments today, and now they score early. Let's see how they continue to add on throughout the rest of this game.
Digging in the switch hitter, Mike McDonald. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. A swing, and he pops him up. on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's the key for them if they want to split this series, HR?
Well, Matt, they've really been struggling the last 3 or 4 games to score runs. They haven't been able to execute a bunt. They haven't been hitting, running. They haven't been doing the little things that maybe might jump them. And the biggest thing, the power has disappeared. So they've struggled the last 3 or 4 games.
Into the box now,
Number
Killian
11.
Henderson. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Flood rounds third and is digging for the plate. The runner scores from second.
Well, he really picked his team up right there. After the pop out, you're thinking, oh, we may not score. Then he hops up there with 2 outs and drives in the run. That just lifts everybody's spirits.
Standing in, Leo Irizarry. First opportunity for him in this one as he enters play with his average close to the 320 mark. Soft liner towards center and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. Digging in to try it again, Zane Justice. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Justice.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Ready with the 0-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Zane Justice. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And that misses, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. But that'll be off the right field wall. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. The baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit hard on the ground at third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. Striding in once again, Killian Henderson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher.
Digging in and looking for more, Zane Justice. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Hard hit ball to second, but this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. So they breeze through this half of the inning.
And leading off for the Flying Squirrels, center fielder.
Lifted in the air to center. Justice sprinting after it. Oh no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. He hit the corner and tries for third. And a relay to the plate. The tag, and he is out. Digging in once again, Clayton Gonzalez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Gonzalez.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Lifted in the air to center field. Justice is after it, and that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping into the box, Armando Ordonez. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the seventh.
Armando Ordonez.
This one's flared toward left center. Flood ranging forward, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
I know it's getting late in the game, but that is a big leadoff hit. Maybe now they can start to close it.
Ready for another shot now. William So. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Justice is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Ready once again, Zane Justice.
Number 9.
He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Now at the plate, Everett Santana 0-for-3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Here it comes on 1-1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Justice has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
A young player who's made a few errors early on is addressed about his struggles.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Hartford Yard Goats and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Angel Aquino, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, he's been throwing the ball really well his last 3 outings. In the last 3 outings, he's allowing just less than a base runner an inning. When you do that, you're going to win games, and that's the key to his success in the last 3 games so far.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to center field. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice. Digging in for his second at-bat, Zane Justice. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Drilled on the ground to short. Backhanded. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Ready for another chance? Zane Justice. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Justice.
Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, that's playing within his game right there. The speedster gets a little infield single, and now he's on to do damage.
Number 1, Jared Douglas.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A little tapper. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Digging in and looking for more, Killian Henderson. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. This is hit sharply to the left side. That's in there. Base hit. The throw home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Boy, that's a big RBI single right there. As well as their pitcher is throwing right now, 3-0 might be all he needs to bring it home.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane Justice.
First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded to short. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 hit's all they get. Digging in once again, Rich Gomez. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Boy, has he had a rough day. 3 strikeouts, and he finally gets a base hit. Tell you what, that's
what you would call an efficient outing. 1 pitch, and he gets the save. He doesn't get paid by the pitch, so he just figured he'd end it quickly and hit the showers. Good call.
No runs, 7 hits, no errors.
So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with the runner at first and nobody out. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Center fielder number 9, Zane Justice.
Zane Justice is at the plate as he looks at ball 1 as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out. Casey Ramirez.
Fans, our final line score.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
Zane Justice.
Line towards center field. And he'll make the catch. Oh, check that. He didn't look it into his glove, and the ball drops in. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Casey Ramirez. Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Now at the plate, Zane Justice.
Center fielder, Zane Justice.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Harold, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Matt, they're on one of those hot streaks. I mean, everything is going right for them. They're playing great baseball right now. I mean, timely hitting. The bullpen's coming through. And look.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. McCall ranging back. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Well, he was already off a bit, giving up a run into first, and then they tag him.
Stepping into the box, Roy Newhand. He brings an average in the 260s into this one. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Justice is after it, and a reaching effort, but this ball gets by him as he does a half gainer to try to flag it down. The runner from first crosses the plate, and he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Zane Justice. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Schaffer is on his way home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And he's in there easily. It's a stand-up triple.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games, and he's a big part of it right here. That's his third RBI, and they extend the lead in this ballgame.
Mike McDonald.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. On the ground up the middle. Tipton is up with it. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. Standing in, Andres Castro. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Andres Castro.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. Justice moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Raleigh MacArthur. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
MacArthur.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Flood arranged to his left as he tracks this one down. Ready once again, Zane Justice. He's got a homer and a triple to this point in the game. First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. Justice takes the turn at third. He wants it all. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Wow, he's getting his daily conditioning in during the game. That's his second triple, so obviously he's seeing the ball great, and he's showing he knows how to motor around the bases just fine.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Mike McDonald. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Hit hard on the ground to first. Cruz has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score. Zane Justice will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Newhand fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Leading off, catcher Ed Schroeder.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Schaffer has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win.
The evaluation of minor league prospects is not only the business of team scouts. Sports agents do their homework as well. From the ranks of hundreds of minor league prospects, the next generation of MLB superstars will eventually emerge. Determining which prospects will be those superstars is big business. And getting in on the ground floor is smart business.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Michael Simmons gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, I love watching this guy pitch, and particularly when he's got runners in scoring position. He's a guy that gets better when he has runners on base. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he gets in a jam. What does he do to get out of these jams where his numbers look so good with runners in scoring position?
A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And he will make it up to second as he advances on the throwing miscue. My goodness. At the plate, Mike McDonald. He's been one of their big run producers this year, currently third on the team in RBIs. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Well, H, what do they have to do to get the season off to a good start on the road?
Well, Matt, this is one of those throwback lineups for me. I mean, you're talking about speed from top to bottom. They will bunt. They will hit and run.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Zane Justice.
Second baseman, Zane.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. And late reactions, and they got him.
I think he was going first pitch, first movement all the way, and apparently the pitcher knew it too, caught him leaning.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, here's another multi-hit game. Here we are in May. He's over 300. I think he's going to have a good year and be able to keep this up throughout the rest of the summer. He's off to a great start.
Mike McDonald.
0-1 pitch on its way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So no runs. Digging in to try it again, William Stewart, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Fastball swung on and grounded out toward. Throw in time at first for route number 2. Ready for another chance. Lane McMillan, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 0-2, here it comes. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first, and they get the double play. Digging in and looking for more, Zane Justice. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Justice.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Stewart waits on it. He's got it one away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Zane Justice. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Justice.
Pulled toward right center field. Williams giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Zane Justice. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though. Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline, so if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2. You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
Well, that wasn't your spec.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.
Young players are the future, and teams do everything they can to accelerate their development.